Hi Cancer, welcome back to Glinda Good. That was probably loud. Glinda Good Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot card spread, a classic Celtic cross spread for the last 2 weeks of December to give you a general energy reading. And if you like this channel, please like, share, subscribe, and maybe leave a comment. I'm just going to go ahead and get started here for the energies for the last 2 weeks of the year. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What is going to be most helpful for Cancer? Okay, great. Your starting energy, lovely. The Four of Wands. What crosses that is the Ace of Cups. Okay. Let's see. Got some temptation down here in your subconscious, but it is the holidays after all, so we're all facing a little temptation. What is just passing for you is the Ten of Swords. So, some kind of real surrender. I call this the surrender to win card. It looks pretty gruesome, but the 10 is a completion. So that has passed or is just passing. The Five of Cups is high on your mind. So maybe whatever this is that you surrendered, you've still got a little bit of focus on it, a little bit of disappointment. Let's see if we can shift that. What's coming towards you is the Hermit. This is a really nice version of the Hermit too, right? It's a little Gandalf, little bit. I might be out of bounds there. Sorry if I offend anybody. Okay. What to take with you? The Seven of Swords. That's an interesting bit of advice to use to resource a strength to take with you over the next couple of weeks. The Seven of Swords. I like the Seven of Swords. Okay, an external influence is the Magician. So something in your environment, there's a magician around you or reminding you that you too are a creator. In your hopes and fears, oh, come on. The Sun? This is the best card in all of tarot. Hopes and fears. That's fun. I've never seen that in hopes and fears. Your outcome. Okay, the Four of Swords. Again, it looks kind of rough, but it's a fabulous respite. Restore, relax, recuperate. Cool. And on the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Wands. Wow. So there has definitely been you setting something down, right? Okay, so this is, again, Ten of Wands. It's a completion. The end of a cycle. It can be, too, setting down a harvest. But either way, this person is uncomfortable carrying this anymore, and they are looking to set it down. So it's the end of that. And again, what has just come to pass, surrender to win, facing your fears, and just going, fine, whatever, okay. You know, I always say, done, good, clean slate, I'm over it, right? Okay. And 2, our fallen man on the original card makes a symbol of a blessing with his hand that's on the Hierophant card. And that's why there's some knowing here that this was a win. To give up was the win. So that has passed or is just passing as of mid-December. But interesting still that this is the overarching energy for this read. So something still to set down. In your, feelings under the feelings, your subconscious is the devil, which is about some form of temptation. So being locked into something. There's a card here too, a man and a woman tied, chained to the devil, but they also, the straps around their neck are loose enough that they could remove them. So there's still, this can, relationally, they can speak of codependency. It can certainly talk about addictions. That could be, there's so many these days. Take your pick. But so something in your subconscious here is about being tempted, resisting temptation. Let's see. You're in a Four of Wands energy. Funny enough, though, with all of these difficult aspects around you, your general energy is in happiness, home, togetherness, love, celebration. Your current, the card that is representing you is the Four of Wands. 1111. All is well. Happiness, home, pleasantness, celebration. So there's a general feeling of this with you, in you, kind of who you are. So, wow, like, what are you doing? What are you letting get to you? External factor is the Magician. What else is going on here? What's challenging you is the Ace of Cups. So there is a challenge here, a challenge of love, a challenge of emotional fulfillment. You may just be in a position where they're just not going to do it right. And you're going to have to let go of it. You're showing up as this, though. Yeah, it's such a funny thing. There's such a dichotomy going on. You're showing up in all this warmth, stability, happiness, love, celebration. Your challenge is the Ace of Cups. The challenge of the Ace of Cups. Renewal, love, peace, and overflow of emotions. What's coming towards you is the Hermit. So you will be seeking answers within. You will be looking to the truth of something within. It's interesting too, I'm just noticing on this particular deck, the Hermit is shining a light on his path and there's a snake there. I've never seen that before. So again, if there's some kind of, darkness, shadowy side, something that, needs to shine a light on, the Hermit is where you do that. He's not afraid to go into dark places, to seek the truth, to bring his light. And quite frankly, the light in that lantern is the light of the star. And the star card is about coming back to your authentic self. It's about divine guidance, divine support. There's something going on with that externally for you because you've got this Magician card and your external factors. So you're being shown that you are a creator. Maybe that bums you out. Maybe you don't want to take responsibility for something. That's okay. We all understand how that feels. But there will be a time coming up really soon where you're going to get to look at yourself, go within, seek the inner truth, the inner wisdom, the inner knowing. You'll have to get away from these things so that you can do it. So if you have a meditation practice, a yoga practice, you like to take a long walk, a long surf, a long, whatever. I just got back from Costa Rica, so it's where my mind is. Go to the yoga class. That you need to take that time. Honor whatever's going on. See everything for what it is. The old thing, like make sure the snake's not a rope. And two, shine a light on that thing. You don't want to step in these places where there's snakes lurking. You can get a handle on that. High in your crown is this Five of Cups. So again, there's some kind of disappointment. Focus on a disappointment, a loss. I get the feeling that maybe somebody has a resentment and they won't get over it. And you're just going to have to know that what you pour forth is not wasted. Again, just really reading intuitively, and I don't know who I'm talking to, but that seems very specific, but like there's some kind of broken relationship, and as much as you would like for them to get over it, and maybe it is because of some transgression of yours, but you've moved through this. I mean, you've got this beautiful energy, hopes and fears, but your focus is still just on like, I don't know, I just feel a disappointment around, I might need to pull some clarifiers. I just feel some kind of disappointment. Again, like, why won't they be right? Why won't they act right? Why won't they accept me? Why won't they I've been sharing this a couple of times, but my teachers taught me that family of origin is the Olympics of personal growth. So I don't know what is going on for you this holiday season, but it could just be something around this. The thing you want to know about this card is that there are still 2 full cups, and if he will put his attention there, he will notice that there is a bridge that will take him where he wants to go. Okay? So don't let this be in your crown, in the forefront of your mind. And, if all this discomfort leads you to this, then probably it's a good thing anyway. Yeah. Hermit card, enlightenment. Got the star in his lantern. So, beautiful thing. Advice, strength, strategy. I said strategy because we've got the 7 of Swords. How to resource yourself for the next couple of weeks is the energy of the 7 of Swords. So sometimes people say that this is like the thief card, and I think it's the strategy card. I really like the 7 of Swords. Each reader will, have their own personal experience of the cards, generally sticking to the same themes. But he has gone into a camp, and without his enemies knowing it, he has taken their swords. So I think that there is a way for you to disarm, that there's a way for you to disarm people still. So be smart, use strategy. Somebody in your life is showing you how to be a creator, how to create magic, how to use all the tools in tarot, because he's got masterful use of the cups, the swords, the wands, and the coins. So there's somebody, some influence, if there's somebody you admire, a mentor, a personal development book, a podcast, if there's some way that you can be influenced to have new ideas, have new strategies, maybe disarm the other camp, then I would say call upon them, okay? Because this is I've never seen the Magician actually in the external or environmental factors yet. But today it's here. It's here for you, Cancer. So call upon that. Things can change. They will change. In your hopes and fears, you have the Sun. Oh my gosh, I love the Sun. And the Sun card in tarot. I mean it. It's just, and honestly, I'm glad it's here because it does, when it's in a reading, it tends to lift the energy of all the cards to a more positive level. So it's here, making a presence. In hopes and fears, it does make perfect sense then, because there is, I think, a part of you that just craves this happiness, sunny disposition, for things to be well, go well, right? Because you're arriving in this energy. Hopes and fears. This is joy. This is fun. This is abundance. Of course, Cancer, you're hoping for some of this. You like to have a nice time. And I wonder if in the environment that you're dealing with or going to, if, you're really afraid to be this way. And that would make sense because, again, your advice is to employ some strategy. So there's something going on for you at the holidays. I mean, and you are kind of the, you're the sign that would engage with family over the holidays. I did some reads and I got the feeling, well, this sign, they're going on vacation. They're not seeing anybody. So that's not you. There's clear advice to employ some strategy in your dealings with people. Your hopes and fears is the Sun. The brightest, happiest, most positive card in tarot. So do you want to have fun? Do you want to have good experiences? Do you want to be playful? Feel good? Be shiny? Yes. And, why would this be a fear? Because perhaps what you're dealing with, It's just going to irritate people if you show up like this. What are you so happy about? What have you got going on? I don't know, something like that. So this might be a time to take on some responsibilities, do what needs to be done. At the end of the month, your outcome, end of the month, first of the year, is the Four of Swords. And doesn't that make sense? Because the Four of Swords is so much about refraining from getting into the fight. By choice or necessity, this person has gone into the sanctuary to take a break, to stay out of the fray, to regroup, to refresh, to recharge, to reflect. So it really makes sense to me that this is how things are going to be in completion for you. I'd be interested in seeing what your new year looks like, though. Because I get the feeling that this is mid-December, family planning, Christmas stuff, logistics, admin, like the details, the minutia of life, of family. Again, and dealing with maybe old, difficult things that you're just you've probably moved on from, and wishing it hadn't gone like it did. You'll get clear on that fact. You're going to get right with yourself, and that's all that really matters. And then you'll have this time of respite and refreshment. So I'm guessing, I really feel like all this is going to happen before New Year's Eve. So it would be interesting. So I don't want to leave you with this as like your New Year's Eve. Sometimes I've been spot on for people. So, I wouldn't worry about this like following you into your New Year's celebration or whatever it is you want to do on New Year's. It could, but I think that you would step away. I think you would step away from the fray. So I would anticipate that, worst case scenario, this is going to be you. And you'll surround yourself with the people who matter, who do care, who are clear, and you will refresh and restore with them. But you might have some interpersonal challenges. Again, not real weird for this time of year. Yeah, there's some challenging stuff here. But you stay true to you. You've got this really sweet, great energy, a desire for things to work out. And maybe it still can. There is no magic afoot. This is here for a reason. There's 78 cards. I mean, a lot of other cards could have been here, and they weren't. Okay? So, believe in magic. Use strategy. And gosh, this just lifts everything up to a more positive level, and showed up here for you with some of this stuff. So it's going to be okay. I look forward to doing your January read, seeing what's up for the new year. You'll be back in your power and away from the fray. If you like this, please do like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. I'm glad that you were here, and I will see you next time.